What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Racy Podcast. This is your host, Cristopher Zamora. Welcome to the show. So today, guys, I want to speak to you about God of War. It has been 20 years since the first game came out for God of War, and damn, it's been a very long time, has it? In 2005, I was about 8 years old, and I probably might have started playing the video game maybe like 8 years later or so. Maybe I was like 13 or 14 years old when I got the PS3. There was a bundle, I remember, that it came with the PlayStation 3, Little Big Planet, and also the first two games of God of War 1 and 2. I was so amazed when I first got that video game. The first one I played, it was kind of a bit difficult because, well, maybe because I just really wasn't used to like the game mechanics just yet, but like it was a very fun game. I think maybe because of God of War, maybe I kind of started liking like the mythology part of history, and also like the gods and stuff like that. It's so interesting to me. I think maybe God of War might have helped me like get into that type of world. 20 years have passed, and there was a presentation supposedly that they were gonna reveal something for the fans. There was something that came out for God of War, and well, it was kind of disappointing. It was just some skins that you can use for the second game of God of War, like the newest one that came out, I believe, 2 years already. God of War Ragnarok. I think it was for Ragnarok and for the 2018 God of War, and that was about it. That was the main news that they had for God of War. People were expecting a lot, man. They were expecting a lot more than just that. It's been 20 years, and that's what we got. But today, on Saturday, there was another video that came out today celebrating the 20th anniversary for God of War, and this was a celebration that it was needed. We were able to see like how the story has unfolded for Kratos, like over the years, like the things he has been through. It was just needed. It was something cool and nice that was needed for the fans to see. A lot of people wanted the first three games to be remastered and to come out on the PlayStation 5. I kind of do agree, man. I kind of do agree that would have been cool to actually get those games to the PlayStation 5 and also for PC. Because, PC, you're able to play any game on the Steam Deck just like that, and you can play it anywhere you want to. But yeah, that's the main thing that we got for God of War. Just the skins, the DLC skins that you can use inside the game. Not just for Kratos, but I think it's for Atreus as well. And yeah, and the celebration that we got. But in other news, for God of War, there's a tweet that I found and I saved it here. Hang on a second, I'm going to read it to you. It says right here, God of War has been greenlit with 2 seasons at Amazon. Showrunner Ronald D. Moore says he's not a gamer and can't figure out how to play modern games with new controllers. This is what he said. I grew up on the arcade era. I could do that. One, there should be somebody that actually knows how to actually properly play these games, to actually do research for this TV show, because we don't want anything to be messed up, man. And also, if you can't play the game, then let somebody else play the video game, okay? Somebody needs to have knowledge of how to play the video game and also the lore behind God of War. They need to be huge fans of this project, and whichever they come up with for The TV show, it needs to be great. That's what fans want for this TV show. They want it to be great, and it has been greenlit for 2 seasons already, which is good. But we don't know how good the TV show is going to be. We don't even know who is going to play as Kratos or Atreus. Or are they actually going to start with Kratos' story when he was in Greece? We don't know yet, but let's see how it actually goes down when it is time for that TV show to show up. God of War, man, is actually a great series. 20 years, man. I was 5 when it came out, and like I said, maybe like 13 or 14 when I first started playing the first video game. It was fun. I've actually just played the first 3 original games, and I know there was another one called Ghost of Sparta, and another one right after that one. I think it was Ascension. I never got to play those 2 games, but the first 3, man, they were so great. I think my favorite one has got to be the third one because you're able to fight Zeus right at the ending, and that was such a great fight. I think maybe it was still even better than when you actually fought Odin in God of War Ragnarok, to be honest. It's just that great, man. They used to make great games back then, and we still somewhat have great games too today. But like, there's just some games that just push some agendas, and it just doesn't work, man. It just pulls gamers away from their projects. Like, I gotta say, Assassin's Creed Shadows, it got an 8 out of 10 on IGN, which is good. It's great. I've only played the first 3 original games of Assassin's Creed. The first one, second, and Brotherhood. And right after that, I lost track. There were so many of them, And speaking of TV shows, the filming for House of the Dragon Season 3 has begun. Season 3 will only have 8 episodes. Yeah, 8 episodes, man. We're probably gonna have to wait another year or so for this TV show. That's how long they usually take to actually film and edit the episodes, to be honest. Like in the first season, it was great to meet all the characters and all. The second season, I feel like it was a lot of waiting. It was a lot of waiting for the action to actually start, and damn, did it took so long. I mean, there hasn't really been that much action on season 2, and a lot of people were waiting for the main like characters to actually fight each other, and we didn't really get that on season 2. But for season 3, people are hoping that this is the main season where we get all the big fights. But we will see, man. I believe season 2 was fine because we got to see like the huge dragons. We got to see like the main dragons and all, and it was pretty interesting, like how the dragons got to choose their own leaders. And let's see how actually it turns out for season 3. I'm wondering how it's going to be, Also, Superman reportedly has a runtime of 2 hours and 20 minutes. Have you guys seen that trailer for the new Superman movie coming out? Dude, when I saw that trailer, I was just so excited, man. Superman is a symbol of hope, and I feel like that's what you got once you saw the trailer. Superman is such an icon, and he's just well known. I think he's probably more well known than Captain America, to be honest. He is the main like hero for the DC universe, and it was just so great seeing that trailer. Man, I cannot wait to actually see that movie. I doubted that this movie is going to flop. I feel like it's going to be great, and James Gunn, the guy who created, I believe, the 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies, yeah, he is going to be the main writer behind Superman. Let's see, man. Let's see how it actually turns out. I cannot actually wait, man. Superman is awesome. And yeah, guys, that is it for this podcast. Hey, thank you so much for listening. If you guys did made it this far, make sure to follow this podcast on whichever platform you are listening to it. If you are listening to it on Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, make sure to follow it and also recommend this podcast to a friend or a neighbor that actually likes listening to stuff about combat sports, pop culture stuff, and anything horror related. Maybe they will enjoy this podcast as much as you do. And yeah, guys, that is it. Take care and live to the fullest. Bye.